Where y'all going?
Nowhere. I'm trying to find a bathroom.
Y'all see about to be gone. I ain't sending no seats.
We're gonna start in a sec.
We'll start the stream.
Okay.
You are now tuning into AMFM live from Working from Fulton Market at the Hoxton Hotel. Please welcome your host, Ciera Alyse McKissick.
I fell in love again. All things go. Drove to Chicago. All things know.
Hello, check. Hello, Chicago. How are we feeling tonight? Feels good to be back. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ciera Alyse McKissick, and I'm the founder of AMFM. I'm so glad to be back to host AMFM Live here in Chicago and Fulton Market with you tonight. Thank you so much for coming. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. So I'm really glad. This is our second season and our second episode, and we've been doing this and building and cultivating this with Working From for quite some time now. So I'm really, really looking forward to introducing you to everything that we're going to experience tonight. For those of you who don't know, AMFM is about uplifting emerging artists of color in art, music, and fashion. And we've been doing that here in Chicago for quite a long time now, whether it be through exhibitions and events or partnerships. This talk show is a little bit of a taste of that and Chicago, which I so dearly miss. So I've actually been living in London now for about the last year and some change, which is why you haven't seen me if you know me. I used to be in these streets like all the time. So some of you might not have even known that I moved. It's really busy sometimes here where you don't get to see your friends as often as possible. I feel like being an adult and making plans with your friends is like looking at your calendar. It's like November. And then you're like, are you free for brunch on February 3rd? And it's February 3rd comes around, it's snowing, it's raining outside, and you're like, damn, I got this brunch to go to. And then you're like secretly hoping that like one of you cancels. But I've really been trying to honor my friendships more and really spend some time with people. Sometimes I really just think about getting back to that sense of spontaneity, especially since I live so far away. Sometimes I just call people when I'm walking to work just because they cross my mind. And I'm the kind of person who used to be scared of like phone calls. Like if someone would like call me, I'd be like, freeze up, and then I'd think, did you mean to call me? I'd like text him back, was it a pocket dial? But it's actually something that I'm trying to get more comfortable doing. I really want to just hear someone's voice sometimes and like have the days of like intimate friendships back. These days, especially with everything going on, you got to hold your people closer. And I'm talking like Cynthia Erivo, like Ariana Grande close, you know? But yes, that's what I'm talking about. Life in London has been moving really fast, though. We hosted actually an AMFM Live in London in June, and these are some images from the show there. And it's pretty amazing to see how the concept translated and being able to highlight some amazing creatives that live in London also. And I think it's just a testament to the concept and being able to build community wherever we go, that I was able to build a small community in that short amount of time that I was there. So I actually moved for a master's program, and I'm in the final weeks of my program now. Yeah. I actually graduate in January. Time has flown. My dissertation is due in like 2 weeks, though. Yeah. And I just spent the weekend in Dublin, like at the new Hoxton hotel opening there. I probably should be in somebody's library right now, but they do have a library bar there, so I feel like it's kind of like the same. Like, you know, I got the work in, definitely. I like living on the edge. It's kind of like when you're flying economy and you have a bag that you know is too big and doesn't quite fit the requirements. But really it just depends on like who's working at the airline counter that day, if they're in a good or if they're in a bad mood. And I'm just thinking about the whole government shutdown. Imagine like the airline worker on that 43rd day of unpaid labor and you're there with your bag that doesn't fit. I would have made myself check my own bag, and I would have made them Venmo me the personal price of what the bag fee would cost. But it's been a tough month. We really need to give it up for those airline workers and everyone who is working. Yeah. They honestly deserve an all-expenses vacation after that. Has anyone here ever been to Dublin before? Yeah? Did you like it? That's good. My wife and I just realized we have the most Irish surname, actually. We're the McKissick O'Neill, so shout out to colonialism. We were so Irish, though, that they made a Guinness beer with our face on it. I've got, like, a picture here. Yeah. Really cool concept. Yeah. So the weekend getaway was really fun, though. We drank beer, we saw Irish dancing, we saw wasted white people fighting in the streets. It was kind of like Chicago on St. Patrick's Day, so I feel like there's no place like home, honestly. Yeah. But I really do love the Hoxton, and there's no reason that I cannot shout out the amazing work that they do, like the hospitality that they give, the disloyalty membership, and also working from their co-working space, which is the room that you're actually in right now. There's a couple of different floors. It's a great kind of opportunity for you to get a membership where you can test out your ideas. If you're a creative or an entrepreneur, you need a place to network or connect. Or maybe you're like me and you wasted some time and you need to work on your dissertation. In like a couple of days, they do have day passes for that as well, too. So this is a little bit of information about the different kind of tiers that they have. I've got one booked 2 days before my dissertation's due, so I'm going to be there eating all the snacks and doing all the writing for sure. But you can chat with the Working From staff just to learn a bit more about Working From in the membership as well. They also do really great work with community groups, like their Good Neighbors program. Rebels for Peace is a youth mentorship and leadership initiative for 4th to 8th graders on the south side of Chicago that brings social-emotional programming straight to CPS school. And Working From is currently raising funds to help support their work, which helps students build confidence, emotional resilience, and find a sense of purpose. So fun fact, I used to work at a middle school when I first moved here on the west side. And I tell you, working with like middle schoolers will teach you a thing or two about emotional resilience and confidence. Have you ever been roasted by a 12-year-old before? Like, it's no joke. They were basically, when I had my locks, I used to wear my hair up. They called me Wiz Weekend because it's because I was a combination of The Weeknd and Wiz Khalifa. I'm not really sure if that was a good or a bad thing, but yeah, I was really close with the kids, though. It really humbles you and gives you a different sense of purpose also. So I love that they're supporting an initiative like this. They're also really holding me down in their support of this talk show. Too soon. It's been a really hard time out here, honestly. Have you seen what's been happening to late night? I feel like it's been so long since the last show. We were here in April. You guys probably thought Trump got me fired or something. I mean, he hates Chicago so much. And so much has happened since I've been home. I mean, I'm having British women asking me while we're having coffee and croissant at Freeze if her daughter, who got into U Chicago, will be safe here going to school. And I'm like, they're not checking for white British girls on the south side of Chicago. I think she'll be okay. But it's been really, really disheartening and incredibly hard, especially being so far away, to see what's been happening in the city with this fascist regime. It's been disgusting, actually. I feel like so much of what makes America great is immigrants and the wonderful contributions to our society. And what I love about Chicago specifically is that they're incredibly resilient, and governor and the mayor have really been holding down for the city as well, too. I also love the internet because the internet has been completely unserious about so much of this stuff as well. I mean, you have the guy who threw a sandwich at the National Guard in D.C.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred. She hurting.
You also have the delivery driver in Chicago who was basically gone in 60 seconds. And then this is my personal favorite, the Arrest Me Daddy, which after... I think Trump might like that one a little bit too much after the Epstein emails just got leaked, though. Yeah. But we're living in wild times, and I swear, but we're going to have a really good time tonight. We've got a great show for you tonight. We've got the Prosecco Papi back on the decks. Yes. Give it up for ShamPain Wishes, our Season 2 house DJ. Mars. Yes. How you been doing, Mars? How have you been doing?
I've been well. It's been, my birthday was last month. Okay. My favorite season is Thank you. No Prosecco today, but, you know, we got grapes.
Yeah,
it works just fine.
Yeah, we need to have, like, a bottle of Prosecco on your DJ decks.
Hey, next time, you got me. I know you do.
Yeah. No, we have a great lineup tonight. For the first time ever, we've got an all-women lineup, and they're some of the baddest, get shit done, amazing women, really making a name for themselves in the city and beyond. We got multidisciplinary artist and weaving magician Hope Wang here tonight. We've got the sweetest with the most soul. I love her singing. Shawnee Dez is here. And designer, mentor, and single-handedly proving every day that black women are essential, Chelsey Carter-Sanders of the Alex Carter brand is here. So I'm looking forward to having some good energy with you here tonight. We're going to bring back the audacity of hope. Everybody, please welcome our first guest, Hope Wang. Hello, hello. How are you, Hope?
Good.
Yeah. Thank you. We've got audio. Yes. So thank you so much for being here. I've always really admired your work, and I'm so glad that you're here. And you said yes to being on the show. Like, how have you been doing? Like, how has everything been?
That feels like a really big question.
I know. It does. Probably the biggest question of the night.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me to be on the show. And I feel like that's such a big question, and I never know how to answer it. And I feel like my answer is never satisfactory for people who ask, because they're always like, you don't sound okay.
Yeah. No, that's real. I mean, you've had quite a big and transformative year. I mean, you just moved your business Loom Room into a new space. We've got a picture of the new space and you guys kind of getting ready. You were named a New City Breakout Artist this year. You also had a solo at Glass Curtain. And really, congratulations on not winning, but you got a really nice award from the Rematch Foundation as well. So how are you feeling about this past year, and what are you looking forward to next?
Thank you so much for compiling all of that and giving me my year in review.
It is that time.
It feels surreal. Like, every year I'm always shocked by how people show up for me and in support, and just how people respond to the things that I'm doing. It always feels like a surprise. And my tax preparer doesn't like that word. She's like, you need to be a little bit more predictable.
Yeah.
But it always feels like a surprise and a blessing, I think, for how much, I think the energy I'm putting out there and how it comes back, even when it feels like it takes a while to see that come back. But I think sometimes you have to really believe in your own vision and make sure you can stick around to see it really take shape. I think last year, 2024, was a lot of building, a lot of really taking a huge leap of faith, and it felt really bad. It felt really bad, but this year, I think this was the year in which a lot of things were like, yeah, you did that, and we see that. I'm just really grateful to be here, and to be able to say like, oh wow, like I really feel seen, even though it didn't feel like that a year ago.
Yeah, no, it's so important to name that, especially. I think, especially in times where you're just seeing stuff on social media and you're seeing the accolades and everything, you get like a different kind of perspective of what a person is living or experiencing. So it's refreshing really to hear what the true experience is like, and you are seen, and I'm so glad that you've been able to kind of work your way through that and be able to appreciate the fruits of your labor. There's a lot of invisible labor that goes into weaving practice as well. I was watching videos online also. But I mean, you've started from a young age too, and you've said that your studio practice began at the age of 12. I mean, I remember when I was a teenager and I tried to have like a makeshift studio in my basement, and our basement was really unfinished, and I was basically down there just cold drawing horrible images of my hands, or like trying to be a painter. And I think that's probably why I decided to become a curator after all. But I'm really just curious what your early studio was like, and like what kinds of things you were making during that time.
At 12, I think because my father is a very Chinese father, he was like, I can see that you're good at this, so we're going to sign you up for every single class I can see.
Wow.
So I was at like multiple community centers in art classes. I took pretty much every art class that the school offered. And then finally at 12 was when he found this artist who actually was a graduate from SCIC many, many decades ago, and she started a small art school for children, teenagers, and also adults. And so I was in this studio, this artist studio, where we had a shared space, and it was very multidisciplinary. There were people who were painting and taking photography and throwing like pots on the wheel and just doing really multidisciplinary things. And a lot of them were also people, high schoolers, who were preparing for art school applications. So I was surrounded by people who were like seriously making art since I was 12. And I think that was something I went to every single weekend.
That's awesome.
Until I went to SCIC myself.
Yeah, and now you're like each one teach one, like in the process of doing that too. I think that's really beautiful that you've had to practice at that young, and you were kind of going between, you spent some time in China and you grew up in the Midwest as well, and like you mentioned, you were exposed to like calligraphy and poetry and different types of craft, and I think the Midwest has like a kind of craft kind of like background as well, but your work is really making things a bit more contemporary. So in what kind of ways would you say that you're making your work in a contemporary way and converging these different aspects of your identity also? I've got some pictures of your work as well too, so you guys can see some of that.
Thank you. I really appreciate you bringing that up, because I think with the breakout interview, actually, as an artist, that was the first time I really got to talk a little bit more about my background. I mean, it's not a secret. I don't pass as anything else, but I think it's not been something that I had the opportunity to really talk about within my work. And I think because of my solo show, Asunder, that was an opportunity to really look back at like my broader practice and how so much of what I do, poetry, photography, hand weaving, and print, all sort of bridge and translate across each other. And yeah, I grew up with my dad. My dad grew up with a lot of art in his life. My grandfather was a musician, and he wasn't great with people, and the only thing that he was really great with was music. And so my father, a lot of his uncles and relatives were all really into calligraphy or traditional Chinese painting. He loved literature, so I feel like as a child I spent a lot of time with that in my in my home, and we went to the museum often to go look at Chinese art and talk about that. And so yeah, I think I watched mostly Chinese movies growing up too. So actually, I forgot to. This was also something I for the first time talked about in the context of my art practice was. In first grade, I forgot English. I stayed in China with my grandparents for about 3 months, and I came back to start the first day of first grade, and we found out that I didn't know how to communicate with anybody anymore. And they put me in ESL, even though
Total immersion, yes.
Yeah, my parents were shocked. We didn't even know until you went to school for the first day, and we didn't realize that you were you weren't bilingual anymore. So I think that was interesting because I think up until I left for college, I thought most of my internal emotional world was first in Chinese. And a lot of what I do often is translate. And I think that for people who grow up in multilingual households, our worlds are often this clash of grammatical language structures, which also informs how we think about the world and how we relate, metaphorically, what kind of relationships we have when we're thinking about meaning. And I think growing up in the Midwest, a lot of I grew up mostly in the suburbs of Ohio, so I think a lot of things were often having to be translated, whether it's culturally or just in terms of sense of belonging. Moving to Chicago 11 years ago, I felt very unmoored, and I think building my own visual language in terms of staying observant of the space, all the things that make me feel uncomfortable in a big city that's really overstimulating was another way to just feel comfortable and to build my own world.
No, I really, really love that. And you describe your work as this idea of urban transience as well. And I feel like your practice with, your space and loom room is really a lot about translating a practice and getting other people involved and showcasing and having people learn the process of weaving. I mean, you do a lot of background labor for other people so that they can come in and do the work as well, too. So here's some more images of the work, and you can see kind of little bits of elements of the urban environment and combinations of hard and soft in the work, too, that I think speaks to some of the things that you were talking about as well. But this is an image of loom room. You guys really have a really coveted piece of equipment there. It's the TC2 Jacquard loom, which is there's only one of them or two of them in the entire
country.
Yeah, in the country. And people can come and use it on the spot. They don't have to go to university. They don't have a residency. And you guys have been teaching classes and doing all these things. And essentially the loom translates images into code so that weavers can then make the image from the code. I'm probably really boiling it down to baby science, but
that's great.
How has it been exposing people to these new things, building a space and connecting with artists and weavers from all over the country?
Yeah, it's been the biggest challenge, but also so rewarding. Building community is incredibly hard. It is not easy, and a lot of people come to me asking, is that how you finance the loom? And I always say it's not a good way to finance anything is by doing more work to invite strangers into your space. If you don't feel strongly about building community and you don't feel like it's going to give back to you, don't do it. It's not easy, and it's a lot more work. But it's been so amazing. I've learned so much. Every person who interacts with Loom Room and comes into our space and puts trust in us to facilitate something that really impacts their practice is a gift, and I learn something from them all the time. But it is really challenging because if you're gonna share a tool, it requires you to make compromises that aren't always going to be things that you want to be mindful of, or they're not always going to benefit you immediately. And so I think facilitating people being mindful of that can be a really big exercise in clear and empathetic communication.
Yeah, and I'm sure your practice has like shifted a lot as well too. Like you're giving so much output to people, and you're an artist first and foremost, so that has to take a step back in some way. And you made a really transparent post about how you feel disconnected from your practice and how you're trying to find your way or take some time off. And I think that especially like as people who are building community and making space, it can be quite hard, and you forget about yourself in those senses too.
That's so sweet that you remember that post. I'm an oversharer, so I enjoy that people connect to that, oversharing online. But yeah, I think, as you mentioned, like there's a lot of invisible labor that comes with making textiles. And there's also a lot of invisible labor that comes with making art and exhibiting art and curating art. You know this very intimately. And I think a lot of what helps me feel connected to the community that we're building through Loom Room and through my own practice is how do we try to be really transparent and share and invite people into the amount of invisible labor that's happening. How do we make that visible?
Yeah.
Because I think that's when people understand, oh, I'm frustrated that I'm putting all this money into being here and I'm putting hours and hours of my time to weave here, but you also put in at least 80 hours so that I could have this one day in the studio.
Yeah.
You also put in tens of thousands of dollars to cover this overhead to make this thing so I can again come in here for a day. And I think that makes me feel more human when I can share those things with people, as opposed to being like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I worked so hard for you to be here. I just don't find that to be productive. And I think there's a lot of vulnerability in cultivating that kind of experience.
Yeah, no. Well, I do want to ask you to do some labor to show me how to weave. You guys might have the jacquard loom, but we've got some cardboard looms that you can make online, DIY, and we're going to make some looms here, not looms, but we're going to kind of do some weaving here together. So we're going to do some weaving with Hope. I'm really excited about it. We used to do these at our school with the youth and like art making activities, so they're not like the most glamorous. But you can make your own loom. Usually they have a lot more lines and stuff so that you can put things together, but I figure, why not try it out and let's do it together. So yeah.
This is awesome. And you did make a loom. This is
a
loom.
I did. We made a loom. Yeah. You guys can make a loom too.
Okay, so I'm gonna just jump into an explanation. So this is a loom, and this is kind of awesome to actually share about a very low-tech, accessible way to make cloth. And that's something that I love about textiles, is that every culture, every group of people in the entire world since the beginning of human history has been recorded arrived at this technology in some way. And that's something that I think really connects me with anyone, honestly, is that everyone has some relationship to cloth. And it is one of the most complex technologies that people have ever made, and it hasn't changed for thousands of years. It's literally string, going in a gridded direction, up and down, left to right, and all of our technology today has kind of come from that knowledge. So yeah. And yeah, the looms that I facilitated through Loom Room, we have 3,520 threads going across. Today we have 5. I love this. So yeah, what happens is it's basically you're gonna take this yarn. I think let's take a little bit more, and then we can we rip this? Yeah. Ooh.
It came apart.
Here. Great. Okay.
Oh, that's an important technique there.
I just did a little butterfly kind of gathering of the yarn. So you can just hold on to that.
I don't need it on my fingers. Okay.
So take the beginning of that and then go over and under every, yeah. Oh, you have 4, so that's not even 5.
I know. It's a very humbling experience to learn something new.
And that's what I actually like to say all the time. We might make merch for Loom Room, where it's a T-shirt that says "The Loom will humble you."
Okay. I love that.
I won't, but the Loom will.
Okay, so.
And so then that's your first line, and then you're gonna keep doing that.
Should I pull this through so that?
Yeah. So pull it all the way through to the end of that. Yeah. Or.
Like this. We'll just do it here.
Actually, we're gonna do the other way. Sorry. Okay. So. Oh no.
Oh.
Sorry. Why don't you do that again, and then that'll be the tail, the top of your cloth.
Okay.
Yeah. And then take this.
Okay.
And then go and alternating. So you went down here for the first one, so you're gonna go over and then under. So weaving is amazing because it's through the up and down and then the opposite up and down, back and forth, and that's what kind of creates structure. And all of our clothes and everything, all the textiles in this
starts
room.
from a thread. I actually learned how to like pull thread or spool it, like doing like the old school style when I was at this like country fair in London, and it was quite fascinating to see how something turns into actual thread when you can just go buy it from the store, actually. So this isn't by any means like pretty, but
I think it's pretty. It's very festive. It's giving Christmas.
No, it's Christmassy. You know? I'm gonna make my mom a Christmas, maybe like a handkerchief or something. But yeah, what do you guys think? Yeah. No, thank you for the tips. Honestly, does anybody want our cardboard loom so you can try it on your own? Yeah.
Can we give this to them? Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for teaching me how to weave, and thank you so much for all of the amazing work that you do. Hope has a show coming up in New York at the Hole next year, so that's really exciting. Definitely stay in tune. It's a really great textile show with textile artists from all over, and I'm really excited. I love the Hole. It's a great space. Charlotte there is wonderful. So
it's actually opening tonight.
Oh, tonight?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Yes, yes. That's amazing. Well, thank you for being here instead of there. Thank you so much, Hope, for being here, and thanks for the kind interview. So
thank you so much.
All right, so in between each of our acts, I kind of like to give you a little bit of information about what's happening in art, music, and fashion all around the city. And sometimes it's hard to keep up, especially when you live in a different country. But as you know, I like a challenge, so let's get into some art news so that you guys can see what's happening here in the city. So speaking of traveling Europe, Anthony Gallery founder Easy Otabar is expanding his flagship gallery outside of Chicago and kicking off his first European location in Amsterdam. To christen the space, their first exhibition features the famed artist and mixologist Tony Lewis in Proust, which kicks off in just 2 days. Just in case anyone's heading to Europe for the holiday, let me know if you need any bag tips. I can definitely send you some, and you can send me something on Venmo for my labor as well. The Kimball Art Center just launched their new Artists in Residence cohort. Yes, give it up. Oh, lots of fans, yes. They celebrated with an opening this past weekend. It's a quarterly opportunity, artists listen, because it's for emerging and established artists to exhibit, to sell their work throughout the space. You can utilize it and get their resources, including scheduled studio visit, complimentary artist portraits, and you receive a stipend as well. And they do this every quarter, so you can apply for this. The applications for January are currently open now. This cohort includes artists Ashley Chappell, yes, Andrea Coleman, and Clay Mills. So give it up for those artists and definitely stay in tune with what they got going on. Yeah! Artist and designer Noel Mercado was awarded this year's Farnsworth House residency. His designs are made using found materials, iconic imagery, kind of like this. They straddle the line of work of art and functional furniture. They also invited him to really celebrate art at the intersection of art and architecture. So they invite artists to create new works inspired by the iconic Mies van der Rohe landmark and what I like to call upstate Illinois. It's beautiful, area. His upcoming exhibition will highlight his deep connection to furniture design and also his familiar roots in Guadalajara, Mexico. So definitely stay in tune with what he's got going on. Some exhibitions worth checking out include GMing Yu's new solo exhibition at Hook Space, which features 11 new urban silhouettes, which explore the dynamic between how individuals see themselves and how the environment is projected back onto us. It's on view through December 12th. The Astor Gates also has its first major institutional show in Chicago. It's on at the Smart Museum. It's up through February 22nd. As a self-designated keeper of objects, Gates uses objects as a way to nurture Black stories and voices that are often overlooked by history or institutional structures. Nico Washington and Jacob Rochester are in a duo exhibition at VSG Contemporary. It closes very soon on December 6th. The exhibition reimagines the American dream, the title borrowing from the popular Langston Hughes poem, Harlem Dream Deferred. So make sure you check out those exhibitions. And that's it for art updates. Our next guest, though, I'm really excited about. She's one of my favorite artists in Chicago who I've known for a long time and had the pleasure of seeing grow deeper into their practice and her craft. She's got hella views because she stays in high places. Everyone, please give it up for the sweetest South Shore songstress who can save a room with her voice, Shawnee Dez.
Somebody took one look inside them, found what they were hiding. One pass with their fighting to
I'm gonna practice picking up the mic and turn it on, and I messed up. Hey. Hi, everybody.
Yes. It's always so wonderful to see Shawnee. I feel like we've been working together way back to 2017 when we hosted the jazz series and we did this feast festival and whatnot. I was doing a deep dive and went down a rabbit hole and I found some old clips from some of those shows here. So I'll show.
Ooh, no,
this
you
is
don't.
from. This is not Shawnee singing, but yeah. Yeah, it used to be a really lit time. We also have one from the Feast Festival.
Oh my gosh, a newborn. Swagging and surfing.
Yeah, a baby. That was some Matt Muse for you. No, I knew the first time I heard you sing that you were going to be a star. Honestly, there's something so beautiful and really intentional and genuine about your sound and just your work ethic. You grew up cultivating your talents from a very young age. Your parents really cultivated that for you. I mean, you have Virgo parents too.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And you were singing in the shop, and you were doing, music shows, and in your room trying to find the perfect note also. What was it like growing up trying to perfect your craft at such a young age?
Yeah, oh my gosh, it was so intense. Shout out to my Virgo parents. I hit the lottery. I'm a Cancer, so you guys can imagine the tears, the bathtub tears. I feel like I learned really oddly at an early age how to be like hard on myself for no reason. Cause I'm like, why am I 6 in my room crying because I couldn't hit the high note at the end of like a SWV song? Why is it that deep? It was really deep, really early, but I think because I started in the church, of course, I went to St. Albie on Stony, and okay, all right, cousin. And I feel like because there was a spiritual aspect of singing that I didn't really understand music as like an art, right? I didn't really see it as like this outside of myself thing to perfect per se, but I experienced it, like, and I felt disappointment when I wasn't like experiencing it how I thought I would, if that makes sense. So I don't know, it was deep because like I would cry to music like at an early age. Like I could feel the emotions of the music, going to mass and like having a solo and then seeing like older folks in the crowd crying. I was like, oh, there's like a lot of power in this. And so really what it became was like me learning how to like control and harness that power and like be respectful of that power. So yeah, I think, yeah. Does that answer in a way?
No, it definitely does. And I feel like you can really see that in the testament to like your hard work and your dedication to your craft also. I mean, you've been doing a slew of shows lately. You honestly need to come to London. We need to get you on like a bill up there.
Literally tomorrow, I will fly in your bag. Put me on your back.
But you did a show. This is Shawnee doing the MCA Tuesdays on the terrace. Yes. It's like a really big stage outside also. And you released new music this summer. You got like a really dreamy track called Lullaby by the Fire. We've got a clip here. I'll play it. I love this song. You'll hear the rest later. Yes. No, you've been like slowly rolling out new music. What have you been cooking up? Like, what's the vibe for the next releases? You know?
Yeah. So 2026 is going to be an abundant year.
Yes.
I'm claiming it for all of us.
Yes.
Anyone in the earshot of that, I know it's going to be a phenomenal year. The way that I see it is like, I was actually watching an interview of Erykah Badu the other day, and it was crazy how verbatim she was literally saying everything that I always say. I don't really like regard myself as a recording artist. Live performance is where I shine. It's my bread and butter, but it's also like what taught me how to experience music. And I always have told folks that I record music when I have something to say, and that's kind of it. And I really just record it so that I can perform it. And I feel like we've all experienced so much energy this year, right? Whether it be negative or just breakthroughs of how to like deal with that negativity. This has been a big year of observation, and it's like think about a baby. Those first couple of years, they're quiet, they're kind of soaking it all up, and like they're just a sponge. And so now I feel like I'm in a place where I can put words to those experiences and also connect with people where they need to be met, because we've all been experiencing a lot of trauma, and we've kind of normalized it in really unfortunate ways. And I feel like Lullaby the Fire specifically is a tune that came from that, like being an artist, feeling like, am I weird for wanting to make things while the world is burning up? Is it okay for me to take this moment for myself and create something? And that's literally exactly what the song is. It's like, well, these are my things. Yeah. My art or my spirituality as an artist is my thing. That's all I have, and that's all I can use to like cope with this and express. So I think 2026 is gonna be some weird surprises. I'm working on a house EP with somebody.
Okay. Yes.
This hasn't been announced in any regard, so you guys are hearing it first. I'm not gonna say with who. But yeah, working on a house EP, but also working on my own solo project. I'm always like, knot in my throat.
Last solo project too.
Yeah, scandalous. Ooh, she's got a little cheek out.
Yes, right.
Look at that. Look at my cheeks.
Yeah, it's always hard to like put stuff out there, especially. I mean, you put so much heart and soul into your work. I'm really curious about how you feel about these AI-generated artists that are coming out. You got like multi-million-dollar deals that they're getting, and as someone who's been cultivating your craft at a very young age, you talking about it being a spiritual experience. Like, how are you feeling about all of this? There's been a lot of people outspoken about it too.
Funny enough, my manager actually sent me like Instagram reel today where there was this announcement that labels are going to be like syncing people's music to AI, like giving it to, so like I think what it is like if you are with a label, they will be giving away the rights to AI companies for them to use your music. And I think that it's devastating, and also it is just such a sign of the times that we live in. They're crashing out, and so they are thinking of any way to make another dollar. But the thing about it, of why I don't feel scared or worried, is because I know that we have such an innate and like human desire for connectivity that we will just end up being together like this. That's what's gonna happen, is like, if you wanna hear music, you're gonna have to go outside and commune and be with people. And I think that that's what it's gonna force us to actually appreciate these things and appreciate the spiritual nature of like being a fucking human. Can I curse?
I know. You're
sorry.
No FCC here. You're good. You're good. No, I mean, you're really big at building community. We got some pictures here. Just Shawnee, like, she does an annual bike ride, the Black Joy Ride on Juneteenth every year. Really coming together. I mean, you just built a really great platform where you're supporting organizations and trying to give funding to that. Hope Save Semicolon books, and came together with a bunch of musicians to perform and do stuff. And you got a podcast, so you're definitely one of the real ones. And we need more real people like you out here. No, definitely.
Real recognized.
Yeah, and you've also been really outspoken about how hard it is to find like musical collaborators and things like that as well, especially being like a Black woman in the field. So I thought we would play a little game together. We're gonna do, you know, kind of like seeing what your dream band is like, essentially. So there's this TV show on Netflix called Building the Band, which I think is essentially kind of like Making the Band meets Love is Blind. But I'm gonna give you some clips here, and we're gonna have you choose who you would want to be in your dream band, okay? Making Shawnee's Band. All right. So first up, we've got guitar. Should be able to hear that.
Sold. We understand the vibes.
Yeah. It's a weird lag. Okay. Then we also have Slash.
Okay. My dad likes Slash, so. This is definitely my vibe, though. I gotta be.
Yeah. Got Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Yes, like the OG. And then lastly, we've got Prince.
I love the claps in the crowd. They're like, yes. Oh my God.
All right, so who would you pick for your guitarist?
Okay, number one, I would love an all-female band. And I feel like I can learn how to write from also Sister Rosetta. Like, I feel like there's like ancestral fortitude there.
Okay.
There's like some more, there's depth in that.
Yeah.
I'm choosing her.
Okay.
Rise up.
Yes.
From the grave.
I
Come
love
on.
that. I love that. Yeah, it's posthumous artist as well. Okay, next up we got drummer, okay? So.
Oh my gosh, so scared.
Questlove. Already? You don't even know who is on here.
I thought I had to like literally make it.
Next one, Sheila E.
Okay. Yeah, hit it. Go.
All right, we got Travis Barker.
I do. Q, I miss you. Hello there.
All right, last one. Mr. Max Roach.
I'm gonna go with Questlove because I feel like he knows his part and he lets if I played with any of these other people, I would not shine. they are the solo artists, and Questlove knows how to work with icons and you know what I mean.
It's good thought. It's a thought process.
Methodical,
behind it.
for
Thought
sure.
Process. Okay, I think this is the last one. So we got keys. Okay. Miss Key herself, Alicia. If she doesn't sing. Okay. Sorry.
Don't
the girl,
do my
she's on
sister
fire.
leash.
She's on fire. Okay. Elton John. Okay. We got Tom York.
You did that on purpose. You're so annoying. You did it on purpose.
There's some thought I put into these. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, Anita Simone.
You're so Aggie. Okay, again, being methodical here. Tom York is literally one of my favorite artists.
Yes.
And I feel like I could songwrite with him and also sound design with him and also learn how to score. And so it's going to be Tom York.
Okay. So her band, just to say, is Sister Rosetta Tharpe, Questlove, and Tom York. It sounds like a good band. Yes. No, thank you so much, Shawnee, for all that you do, and sharing your gifts with us. Please continue to do it.
Thank you.
She'll be back out. She'll be back out to perform with us later, so stay tuned. All right. We're going to get into some music updates. We've got rapper No Name just released her first song since her Sundial album. It dropped 2 years ago. The new track is called 100 Acres, and it's inspired by the names of the woods behind Christopher Robin's house where he played with Pooh and the Gang. The lead track from her upcoming project, Cartoon Radio. Here's the track here.
I love the getting 3 plays, liberate a free state. Communism sweepstakes, we on an island. I'm selling seaweed to Poseidon. He gave us free housing, something to spend a life in. My heart buck out, animated like a black cookout. With Johnny Bravo, he the white lookout. Don't look up, don't worry about it, baby. Everybody eating good. Yeah, I'm eating honey with Winnie and 100-acre woods. We in the deep south getting corn.
All right, it's a good track. We've got West Side Red rap supergroup Pivot Gang just announced a date for their annual John Walt Day, which is a tribute concert for the late rapper and Pivot Gang group member John Walt, who was killed at just 24 in 2017. The concert honors his life and legacy and supports the John Walt Foundation, and guests can get tickets and hear new music from Saba and the whole Pivot Gang crew on November 28th at Metro Chicago. Tickets are live now. So there's a new listening bar in town. If you aren't familiar with the concept of listening bars, they're all the rage these days. They usually feature like an impeccable vinyl collection and immaculate sound system. Thinking like bespoke wood, it's a nod to the phonograph. You won't find any JBLs in there, essentially. Postcard is a new music forward cafe launched by Canadian travel company Manos, and it's right here in Fulton Market. And they'll be bringing sound selectors from Chicago like Keita Darling and Stepchild, as well as DJs from abroad too, so make sure you check that space out. It seems like Rick Wilson spends most of his time abroad these days, but the famed disco rapper, when he's in town, he's still very much an activist at heart. His new song is called In a House That's Burning Down, and he says he wrote it when he was preparing to get ready for a European tour, thinking about ICE and the occupation here. And we have a new video from him, which is backdrops with images of downtown Chicago with splices of news clips throughout as well. We got a clip here. All right, so make sure you guys check out these music updates. We share new music on our Instagram page every Tuesday, and a lot of happenings in the city, as well as concerts and highlights as well. We also do fashion highlights and have highlighted our next guest a number of times. Please welcome out one of the OG Chicago fashion designers who's really embraced sustainable fashion. She even landed a spot on Project One Way on season 18. Please give a warm welcome to the founder of Alex Carter brand, Chelsey Carter-Sanders.
What up?
Hello. Thank you so much for being here. It's so wonderful to see you and just all the things that you've been doing, honestly. It's been really wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And thank you for cultivating such a cute vibe.
No,
Look at all of these beautiful people in here.
It's been lovely.
I'm excited.
You've been like making work for like over a decade, like in Chicago. And looking back at all of that time, what would you say that you've learned about yourself and kind of building a brand?
Ooh, I have learned that nothing is going to be handed to you. You have to go out and grab and take what's yours. I have also learned that Chicago is absolutely going to make you earn every bit of what it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that, that grit and that hustle mentality that I've absolutely learned and garnered and nurtured here. I've also learned that, your story is your IP, and you're the only person that, really owns that. So tell a good one, right? And captivate your audience and stay true to what that story is.
Yeah, no, that's so true. I mean, so much of storytelling is like a really important component of the work that you do, thinking about the story behind some of your signature items and thinking about the materials and where clothes come from and your grandmother's influence and your aunt as well. Can you talk a bit about your commitment to honoring stories and storytelling within your work as well, too?
Absolutely. My grandmothers, both of them, were principals. The one that raised me was extremely adamant about articulating and being sure and confident about the things that you say. And even then, like, she didn't know it, but she planted a seed of the concept line development in me, in the narrating power that my brand would have, and how it's totally been the nucleus of everything I do. Every drop, everything as she mentioned, like, my storytelling is like, that's my bread and butter. Yeah. And she absolutely gave birth to that in raising me. So education is what my brand is built on, and being able to because you can be an artist, right? Like you can be creative and you can have all of these ideas, but how does your story connect to the art that you create? And then furthermore, are you actually reaching your audience with that message, you know?
Yeah, no, that's so true. And like really thinking about the fact that you came here from St. Louis, you're originally from St. Louis. Like, yes. Yes, I've got so much love for St. Louis. Yes.
Okay, St. Louis. Okay. Period.
Yeah. Like coming from St. Louis to Chicago, how would you say that like Chicago has shaped you as a designer? Like especially like the style and like the city and the grit also.
Yeah, I just touched on it a little bit earlier. Like you really have to climb your way to the top in this city, and I appreciate that. That's absolutely been how the brand has been able to grow, how I've been able to cultivate beautiful relationships with people here. But it also makes you sharpen your skill of just being clever and smart, like, you know, making sure that, and I'm not calling myself clever or smart. What I'm saying is, is that you have to have, you have to be like sharper and wiser than the next when you aren't from here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I owe it to the city for teaching me how to sharpen that tool.
Yeah.
But I also really wanted this. Like I really wanted to build a brand off my back and my ideas and with my hands, and I feel like I have. But yeah, Chicago is gonna make you go out and get it. And I was born in St. Louis, but I was raised here.
Yeah.
I've been here 20 years, and I have cultivated a family here. I got married here. My husband's family's from here. So I'm definitely, from, I have a 312-314 tattoo on my arm because I really feel like both cities, I belong to both cities.
Yeah, no, and you did climb your way to the top. I mean, you were on Project Runway, yeah, season 18. We got like a little clip here just to...
Effortlessly cool lady had a slow start with some safe looks until she finally made it to the top with the Goodwill Challenge. And then soon after, her first win with the Heritage Challenge. Seriously, no one gets how hard it is to work with these translucent.
Yeah, so...
The PTSD associated with that.
I mean, people can watch from the couch and like really think, you don't know anything about fashion, you're sitting there and you're judging all these things, but like the experience itself, it seems really intense. Like, how did that impact you as a designer, and what was the experience like?
The experience was wild. I am no longer contractually obligated to not speak on it. So it was unbelievable, and I will never do it again. But I am incredibly grateful for the enlarging of the territory that it did do for me, and the access that I have to young Black and brown creatives that have reached out and I've mentored since. You know, the visibility component of not seeing people who look like me in this industry make it anywhere, really.
Yeah.
But knowing that you could be behind a machine, but you can also be in these textile mills. You can also draft patterns. You can also grade patterns. You can also style. It's so many different areas that you belong in, and you don't have to box yourself in, no matter the color of your skin or what you want to do creatively.
Yeah.
And I've just been very grateful in being able to be a very, very small vessel in that. The experience was wild. It was extremely racist. The back end of it was very, you know, after the very first episode, I became the only Black woman on the show, and they made it hard for me, you know. But they didn't know I had 2 praying grandmothers, so she was covered, okay.
Yeah.
They couldn't break me. So the very first episode that I was on the bottom, they sent me home. And if there are any Project Runway fans in the room, you know that you kind of are on the bottom a few times, you know? But they said, no, baby, you gotta go. You have to get out of here. And they did. They sent me home, but out of 16 cast members, I made it to top 8, which is pretty, you know, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. There was a large uproar about you getting kicked off, too. I was
it was a huge thing, right?
Yeah.
It was wild. It was wild. But I like I said, I think I went on at like 5,000 followers, and then overnight it tripled, and I was like, oh, Cool. I'll take that away from you.
That'll be the thing. No,
Amen.
definitely. Get that energy and like take what you will from the experience and cultivate it into your work. And shout out to not being boxed in because you made like bags and everything. Like, got one here. Yes.
I did.
Yeah. It's a really beautiful design. I wanted to do a little, have you guys ever seen the Vogue, like, What's in Your Bag series online? So I want to really speak to that. So we're going to see what's in Chelsey's bag.
Uh-oh.
Like, what are your everyday essentials? So
Everyday essentials.
Let's see what's inside.
Okay, so inside my Alex Carter bag, that is vegan leather and available for purchase. I have I always leave the house with some sort of pad to jot ideas and sketch ideas because, at my age, she introduced me as an OG, so we won't even unpack that. At my age, you forget things, and you don't want to forget the things, so I write them down. So there's a pen in here. I also have a billfold that has ID and cards, but then I also have a larger wallet that holds the bills that I don't want to fold. And then I have a charger because, these iPhones be dying on us, and I can't
They don't
be
make them
without
like
it.
they used to.
I love glasses. I have like 12 pair of prescription frames, so I always keep an eyeglass case in my bag because I sometimes take them off. Shout out to our girl, Rihanna Fenty. And I don't ever want to be dry, so a little bit of moisturization.
Shout out to Nivea, the OG
and
moisturizer. Yes. No, thank you so much for sharing.
So welcome.
Yes. No, please give it up for Chelsey one more time.
Thank you, guys.
Lots of things on her website. If you got T-shirts you don't use, you can definitely hit her up. And get the bag, because you can get the bag. It'll bring you good luck. Thank you, Chelsey. All right. She wore that. She made that. All right. So we're going to get into some fashion updates. Calling all designers and makers, the Westtown pop-up shop is currently accepting applications for their Westtown storefront space on Chicago Avenue. The project is spearheaded by the Westtown Chamber of Commerce, and they offer short-term leases to small businesses interested in bringing their retail concepts to a physical space. Past recipients have included Amanda Hart's Universe of Hearth. We've also had the Goody Project, Mini Fresco. Do you think you have what it takes? Applications are open till December 1st if you got an idea and you want to test it out, okay? Chicago Fashion Week made its second comeback last month with an expansive array of programming showcasing independent designers such as Production Mode, Sheila Rashid, EFG Collections, and tons more. It also included a host of parties, panels, and fashion shows across even more venues and institutions this year, such as SAIC, the Dree House, and even the Mexican Museum of Art in partnership with their tapestries as well. It's really nice to see Chicago Fashion Week kind of expand and build a name for itself. Last year was its first kind of official year, and it'll be back next October, so definitely stay in tune with what they got going on. Designers Rello and Joe Freshgoods have recently released a new capsule collection for their Chicago Over Everything brand, which celebrates Chicagoans and Chicago stories. It makes the perfect souvenir that isn't like a cheesy tourist t-shirt. Chicago honestly needs all the love that it can get right now, and it's being spotlighted more than ever. It was just announced that the infamous Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve is going to take place here in Chicago for the first time in over 50 years. It's never been in New York all these years. So if you love Chicago, you can say it with your chest and you can grab one of these amazing designs from them as well too. So are you guys ready for performance? Yes, yes. Our performance tonight is sponsored by the Black Genius Foundation, an organization that celebrates and invests in the intellectual and creative genius of Black artists and professionals and art organizations. I'm so grateful to be included in this year's cohort and for their support of AMFM Live. So we're going to have Mars is going to play one track, so don't get too antsy. Shawnee Dez is going to come out. Mars, why don't you drop that track so we can transition?
we still getting messy. Playing Anita, while she got her feet up, and she let me from the neck up. All I wanna do is fuck it. I don't care if you rush, if you touch it.
Then one day his heart was stolen by a demon. He never returned to complete his apprenticeship, and from that day forward he has been using his magic for entirely selfish reasons.
That boy is extremely dangerous.
His powers are far too great for someone without a heart.
Nobody said I'm not the light be blind to the high, can't see. Scared of how wrong you might be. You can't save yourself, save yourself. Never learn to ask for help, ask for help. Hey. Going all night, I've been searching for feet. Going all night, you've been searching for feet. Way too high, about to break through sin. Going all night, I've been messing with a demon.
All right, all right, all right. Hello, 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 hello. Woo! Yes. Simmer down, simmer down. We're about to get some sound
It
healing
done turned into
right
the
now.
function in here. Let's get a little more time to the talent.
Yes. All right, y'all. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's gather ourselves. Are you guys ready for a performance?
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. You guys are in for. I'm going to bring you down because Shawnee's about to give you guys this spiritual healing right now that we all need so much. Please give it up for Shawnee Dez. We've got records as well. She's got a wonderful accompanied by Kenneth. Give it up for Shawnee Dez.
Thanks, y'all. Y'all know that. Yeah. Just, yeah. Y'all like that? I do too. I know what they say about me. When you face the truth, it's scary. It'll leave you left wide open. Let me back inside. I know what it's like to love me. You never coming secondary. You're always landing in primary. Let me back inside. Seat and let go. I promise to take it nice and slow. Let me back inside. I can maybe change it up or something. No, you ain't gotta owe me back on nothing. Yeah, I'm just glad you finally let up and gave it. Let me back inside. Back inside, let me back inside. Nice. Shout out to Kenneth Lethbridge on the flute. This my boy. This my boy. If they was gonna let me build my own band, this guy's coming in any band that I'm in. Wherever I go, he goes. We're a union. Unionize, everybody. All right, so this next one is our last one. It's called Heart of Wonder, and it's not out yet. This is actually the name of the project that is coming out. Still workshopping it, but I am a firm believer in it doesn't need to be perfect to do it. So whatever you want to do, just do it. And yeah, it's important to kind of like workshop things and share things with community. So we're gonna give it our best shot.
And it's the heart under you what you know. Let it wash you over, wash you over. Started in the soul. Let it guide you with the heart of wonder. Show you what you know. Let it wash you over, wash you over. Sight is all I've got. Just when I forgot that it's always been in me. I stuck on the watch. I listen for the night. My spirit always speaks through me. Yeah, yeah. And it started in the soul. Let it wash me over, wash you over. Let it wash me over. And it started in the soul. Let it guide me with my heart of wonder. Show me what I know. Let it wash me over, wash me over. Tell me I'm gifted and blinded and show me what you know. Tell me I'm gifted, wash me over. In the soul. Tell me I'm started in the soul. Show you what you know. Tell me I'm gifted, wash it over. Tell me I'm gifted and blinded. Started in the soul. Let it guide me with the heart of wonder. Show me what I know. Let it wash me over, wash me over.
Make some noise for Kenneth Lefford. And make some noise for yourselves. This song will have a lot of like conversation on it, a lot of talking from the elders, and it's kind of meant to be played as like when you need an interlude, you know what I mean? When you need something to intercept and remind you, you know what I mean? So that's Heart of Wonder. I'm excited for y'all to hear the finished version. Thanks, y'all. Thank you so much, Ciera. Shout out to AMFM. Yeah.
Give it up for Shawnee Dez one more time. she's got albums here. If you have a record player, make sure you get one of these and play it and check in with her. Give it up for Kenneth one more time as well. Yes, thank you so much. No, thank you guys so much for such a wonderful show tonight. I'm really happy. Chicago, you've given me a warm welcome, and it's been a heartfelt hug. It feels so good to be... No.
Come on back home.
I know. Soon. Not right now. Yeah, no, honestly, I have to finish my dissertation, guys. I literally have to shift brains right now, but it's been a really amazing night, and Chicago has so much heart and fight, and honestly, I'm proud to be able to call this one of my homes. I'll definitely be heading back to London with my heart full, so if you want to find out more about emerging artists from Chicago and beyond and across the pond, make sure you follow us online at AMFM Life on Instagram. Also follow and sign up for our newsletter because we send a roundup of new music, fashion, and art news every month straight to your inbox. I really want to please give it up to our sponsors working from the Hoxton, Fulton Market. Yes. Definitely make sure you chat with their staff so that you can learn more about their membership. You can get in, get some work done, get some snacks, and experience everything that's great about the wonderful work that they're doing. Also, make sure you check out the great work that Rebels for Peace is doing with them. And make sure if you want to donate, and you can, they have a wonderful campaign going on right now. We've got Prince over here from Rebels for Peace, if you want to chat with him as well after the show. And many thank yous to the Black Genius Foundation for seeing the vision and helping support this episode, along with my wonderful AMFM Live crew. We've got Elgin and Stomping Grounds, who's been live streaming. Hello to our internet audience on YouTube land. We've also, make sure you check out PocketCon. It's a really wonderful comic book conference that he's been doing for 14 years that celebrates artists of color and illustrators, so make sure you tap into that as well. Big ups to Dominique, our showrunner, who's been keeping us on time today. Yes. Our AMFM assistant, Paridu Ahmed. Yes. And of course, our esteemed guest tonight, Hope Wang. Give it up one more time for Hope. Another one for Shawnee Dez as well. And of course, not last, Chelsey Carter-Sanders. Yes. And thank you to our DJ, ShamPain Wishes. He's gonna close us out tonight with some tunes where we mingle, but thank you so much, Chicago. Have a great night. Yes.
Ooh la la. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la la. I, mother of my house, vow to keep my fucking mouth to myself. You make me smile. I vow to love thy hater.